Hey, folks, welcome to the show. Another month, another show. Boy, time sure does fly. Seems like yesterday we just did the last show and we're booting up for another one. We got a really, really great show for you today. I hope you're going to enjoy it. We have a singer today, a singer and a guitarist from Milan, Italy. And I think you're really going to enjoy her music. And then in the segment, The More You Know, we're going to talk about attraction. So stay tuned for that too. So without further ado, let's get started with our guest today. Welcome to the show, Moggie.
Hello, thank you. Thank you, Chris. Thanks for having me.
Oh, thank you. I always enjoy it when people come on the show with different talents and different things like that. It just makes it more interesting because it helps people to see that, we have a lot of friends around the world, a lot of great talent, and I really want to showcase as much of it as possible. So thank you for being on the show.
You're welcome. It's a
So
pleasure.
to get started, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you originally from and how you got into music?
Okay. I grew up in a small town, very small town, not too far from Verona in Italy. And my home was surrounded by, as you know, mountains and nature. And it was silence for most part of the year. So I had the chance to um think about music and my passions. And so I am an only child, so I really had also the time
Oh,
to do it because I spent a lot of time on my own. So I had the time to develop my interest for making music and storytelling through songwriting.
wow. So I have to ask you a question. You are a guitarist and a singer. So
Hmm.
which came first? Did the guitar playing come first and then the singing? And did one help you develop the other talent?
So this is a very easy question because singing definitely came first.
Okay.
Because I started playing guitar when I was 15 or 16 because I joined the band.
Mhm.
We played pop rock music, and then one member decided to leave us. So they said, "Okay, now we need another guitar," and I said, "Okay, I'm I'm going to learn."
Oh,
So
wow.
I volunteered, and they said, "Okay." So I started playing and singing at the same time.
Wow.
Anyway, guitar was so useful with the singing thing because I discovered I could put on a little show on
Mhm.
my own, just me, my voice, and my guitar, and I could rehearsal a lot. And it also meant a lot for me because every day back from school, I spent hours, and I mean many, many hours every day, playing my little songs and try, you know, songs by other bands. So it was very, very useful for me to
Wow.
play an instrument.
Well, like they say, practice makes perfect. I know I live with the musician, as you know, Fabio, and
Hmm.
he's a very good musician, but I do see that he has to practice and practice and practice, and he has all the different acts. So I can imagine a lot of work went into that. But how old were you when you realized that you could sing? Like, did your mom tell you? Did your relatives tell you?
No, unfortunately, they did. But when I was 4, I have this very cute memory of me, of myself, singing at school with the other children. And I saw people looking at me.
Oh, look
Ah,
at
and
her.
it was very small, and I could remember it so vividly. And that was the moment I realized I really was into music. Then realizing I had potential came much, much later because of my insecurities. Now I'm quite okay with it. So
Now you own it. You've owned it.
I hope so. I really hope
Now
so.
you sing and you play the guitar. Now, do you write your songs or you just cover a lot of artists?
Mostly I write songs on my own because this is a very important part for me to express myself, to say what I really think. And I find it so much easier than talking. um, because I'm quite shy in my real life, talking about myself, and singing and writing my own song. It's a good way to say what I think. But then I also enjoy a lot writing songs with others, because music is something that we must share with others. So
Right.
I think that writing songs with other people is a nice way also to learn a lot. So I like
Wow.
doing both things, on my own and with others.
Right. So I have to say this. I heard and I've read stories, and it seems like there's a lot of musicians that are really talented, but in real life they're all shy. So I wonder if you have to be shy to be a really good musician. So which means somebody like me could never be a musician.
No, don't say that. No,
So can I
there are
ask you?
exceptions.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can I
No, there are
ask you?
many.
Yeah, I think with this with the connection, there's a little. I'm gonna let you go first. Go ahead.
No, I was saying that, of course, there are exceptions
Yeah.
about this thing of being shy or not.
So, what are some of your inspirations for music?
Talking about the singing part, I grew up listening to, the great female voices like Aretha Franklin, Mariah Carey, Whitney Houston, Sade, and much later also Ella Fitzgerald and Etta James. So
Oh, wow.
mm, I really digged into this stuff, trying to find inspiration and follow the good examples. But I say that also rock music has been very important for me, because he really had me out to deal with the teenage years rage.
Yeah.
So music was useful also in
Wow.
this case.
Wow. It was a great gift that we were given, music.
I agree.
So I have to ask you, um, when when we first talked, you told me, I don't know if you remember this, that you go by Moggie the Cat. And I said, hey, did you know that there was a movie and the lady's name was Maggie the Cat? So where did that name come from? Where did you get Moggie the Cat from? It looks like she's having a
Wait,
little
Chris,
video. Yeah.
do you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, so sorry, I have some com- connection problems.
Hopefully it'll clear up. Okay.
Okay, do you hear
Try.
me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, you were asking a question about my artist name.
Yes, Moggy the Cat. Where
Is
did that
that
come from?
okay? At the beginning, I was going for Maggie the Cat. The main character of Tennessee Williams' play Cat on a Hot Tin Roof,
Hmm.
because I really loved the play. I really loved the character portrayed by Elizabeth Taylor. But then when I asked a graphic designer to sketch a logo for me, it came out that he understood Moggy. He misunderstood. And then I saw the logo and it was very nice. And I also thought that were many Maggie the Cat on the web,
Yeah.
many actresses, and so it could get so too complicated. And then I decided to go for this name, Moggy, because I have no pedigree, musically speaking, because
Right.
I had no classical formation. So I thought it was nice to choose this name.
Wow. Well, it works. I really, really like it. It's unique.
I'm happy to hear that.
So I have one last question for you. Uh, you get to pick 5 musical greats from the past or the present and you have to form a band with them and do at least one jam session, who are your 5 people?
Okay, I think that I could go for Sade Adu's band. Her
Okay.
band, amazing. Also, Alicia Keys is a very nice person. I would like to sing with her. And also Patti Smith, which is
Okay.
a different kind of
Mm-hmm.
music, but she has this such an heartfelt way to perform. I've seen her live many, many times. I thought about Sting because of his
Oh.
charming experience. So he's an exceptional musician. And then I would like to be part of, the women's band of Beyonce's.
Yes.
So that would be
Destiny's
amazing.
Child, wasn't it? Was it Destiny's Child?
No, no, no. When she plays live, the band is,
Okay. I got you.
they are just women. And it's
Wow. It's
so
fantastic.
powerful.
Wow. That's great. Well, you never know. It might happen. You write the right song. Hey, like the baseball say, you build a field, they will come. You write the song, maybe they'll come. Right
I
for
hope
each one.
so.
So, folks, Moggie is kind enough to give us a little brief demonstration of her wonderful talent. So we are going to give her the floor. And thanks again, Moggie. And let's hear her perform.
Thank you. The magic glow lights my skin, yet I can't feel a thing. Ask myself, would I ever be what you want me to be? As I step on my scale, all I can do is fail. I wish I could be enough. Tell me, will I ever be enough? Do you really? Do you really love me? Where have you been? When I was falling on my knees, on my own knees, and watched you die. So again. I have such big shoes to fill, but I can barely pay my bills. Life wasn't so much fun since this madness began. Every slap on my face, you made me call it always. I wish I could be enough. Now I know I will be enough. Do you really? Do you really love me? Where have you been? When I was falling on my knees, on my own knees, and watch you die. Try to begin all from the start again. again, again. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, where have you been when I was falling, falling, falling on my knees, on my own knees, and why should I try to begin off from the start? Hear the sound of my voice, 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 hear the sound of my, hear the sound of my voice.
Wow, that was beautiful. But Moggie, I'm gonna have to ask a favor. Would you be so kind, because you were wonderful, but your video really acted up right in the middle of your song, and it jiggled, stuttered, and things like that. Would you be so kind as to just record that for me? And you can record it on your phone. And what I'll do is I'll edit this video and I'll put that in. I'll take this live one out and put that recorded one in, so that people seeing it can have a really clean version and they can hear your wonderful voice. How's that?
Okay. I will do it.
Thank you. Thank you so much for being on the show. I really appreciated it. It was wonderful having you on the show. You're really nice, really kind, and a great singer. And hopefully I'll see you in person soon one day.
Thank you. I really, really hope so. Thanks for having me.
And as they say in the country I live in, buona serata.
Buona serata a tutti.
Okay, ciao.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Welcome to this episode of The More You Know. And in this episode, I'd like to examine something that I've thought about a lot, attraction. And more specifically, the idea of choice when it comes to attraction and falling in love and marrying. Now, most of us in the Western world, we generally look at more traditional societies where parents and relatives pick the mates of their children. And consciously or unconsciously, we gloat at our perceived freedom to pick who we want to be in love with and marry. Now, other than the obvious truth that our friends and family do exercise more of an influence in our decisions than we might think, there are some very real constraints on whom we can fall in love with and whom we feel attracted to. Now, while some of these may come in the form of cultural and social influences, the more stronger influences actually come from a place that we may have never imagined, inside ourselves, and more particularly, inside our childhood selves. You know, it has been proven that our psychological history predisposes us to only fall in love with certain kinds of people. Much like a horse with blinders that can only see what's in front of it, we tend to only see or fall in love with people in front of us emotionally. People that recreate the feelings of love that we had when we were children, while we neglect to see potential romantic options outside of our field of vision. Now, ironically, we fail to recognize that the love that we're trying to recreate was in itself not perfect. It came from imperfect parents who may have been emotionally fragile, depressive, avoidant, or emotionally distanced. They may have even had major addictions, so that while they were loving us, they may have made us feel at times that we weren't good enough, or perhaps that for whatever reason, we could not be emotionally vulnerable around them. Now, this initial start with love predisposes us to look in adulthood for people whose love feels familiar to us, while not necessarily being kind to us or provide us with the love that we need to have in order to self-actualize and be the best version of ourselves. This is where the blinders come in, because we tend to only focus on love that is familiar to us. We may even look away from partners, as I mentioned before, that are kind because they don't satisfy a deep-seated yearning for the complexities that we often associate with love. We may consciously say that these people, they're not my type. We may see them as boring or too serious or not sexy or appealing enough. But in reality, what we're saying and what we really mean is that these people are unlikely to make us suffer in the way that we need to suffer in order to feel that love is real. That's why most of us are attracted to iffy people, or as one guy calls, tricky or even difficult people. People who may be emotionally bad for us, while at the same time, we strongly resist our friends and families' pleas to leave these people behind for our own good. Now, this type of attraction becomes so hardwired within us that it actually becomes impossible for us to be attracted to any other type of person, even persons who may be our true soulmates. Basically, how we were first loved greatly skews our perception of what love looks like for us. There's a famous line from the movie The Italian Job, which says it's better to deal with the devil you know than the one that you don't. The bottom line with all of this is that the problem is our problem. It doesn't lie with the people to whom we're attracted or to whom we're not attracted. It's our problem. Now, I say this not to be harsh or to be mean, but rather to be honest. And hopefully saying this will make us feel more introspective and to see the need to really take a hard, long, and honest look at ourselves. It may help us to see or to make decisions that are more in line with our true needs and not just with our wants, the things and the people that we're most attracted to. Now, I say all of this from personal experience. I did this. I did that introspection, and I came to the hard realization that I would have to remain single because I'm attracted to the type of person that I simply cannot have for a variety of reasons. And at this stage of the game, I am inherently incapable of taking my blinders off. Now, while that may sound sad and defeatist to a lot of people out there, I honestly don't even see it that way. I actually see it as liberating, because while I can never have what I'm attracted to, I will also never be stuck with a relationship that is emotionally self-destructive and doesn't allow me to self-actualize. Nor will I wander from relationship to relationship trying to recreate some type of sensation of love that causes me to suffer in a way that I need to suffer in order to feel that love is real. And so, there you have it. That is the more you know. Well, folks, that's a wrap on another show. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like to see more shows like this, no problem. Just subscribe to my channel. It's super easy. Click on the subscribe button, then click notifications, and every time I upload a new show, you'll be the very first one to know. Also, if you'd like to be on the show, or maybe you know someone wants to be on the show, no problem. I'll leave my information down in the description. Just give me a call and let me know. Until then, eat well, travel a lot, and be as creative as humanly possible. Ciao.